Good everybody and welcome to today's broadcast. Ready Buzz live show right here on Ready Buzz TV. I just want to confirm that you can hear me and then we can kick off what we have in store for today. So just let me know if you can hear me in the chat box, then we can start off. As you can see from the design, we're going to be changing the time of this broadcast beginning from this week. So the next broadcast that's coming up on Thursday is going to be by 6 p.m. not by 5 p.m. as we usually do. Okay, so good day and welcome to today's show. Today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, something that a lot of people would have a lot of questions about, a lot of skepticism about. It's a type of investment that is, could I say that is still relatively new. People are still getting used to it, but it's also something that is looking like it's going to be something of the future. A lot of people are investing in it. A lot of people are getting to know more about it. So it's important that you as an individual looking for a way to get your money's worth, you need to get to learn about it as well. It could be tricky. It could be tricky when getting into this type of investment, but it's something that everybody needs. It's the future. So I'm talking about cryptocurrency and how to get into it. So for this entire month, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency. We're going to be looking into it. We're going to be understanding more. I do understand that people might want to get into cryptocurrency but may not really know how to go about it. For a lot of people, cryptocurrency is something that it's something that seems like a scam, something that seems like it's not real, it's not authentic, but people are making money from it. People are cashing out. People are so it's something for you to learn, for you to understand before you get into it. So what is cryptocurrency trading? We're going to be looking at one or two things. Hopefully before the month runs out, I should be able to get somebody on board to talk to us on cryptocurrency, and the person should be giving us some tips, some ideas on how to trade effectively, because the nature of cryptocurrency trading in itself could be dangerous in some ways, because of how new it is and because of the technology behind it. It's easy for certain people to get away with certain stuff. I know of people who do not believe in cryptocurrency as a valid way of making money. They just believe that it's a scam. So, but cryptocurrency is not a scam. Something real. Folks are making money from it. If you understand it, if you learn it, if you study it, you should be able to make headway from that platform. On this show, this is what we talk about. Talk about different types of investments, different types of ways to get your finances in place, get your finances together, put you in a place where you are in a good financial situation. We started out by talking about financial freedom, and now we're looking into some of the more practical ways to get there. And if you remember from the financial freedom talk, we talked about the fact that you needed to look for a way to make your money work for you, and you needed to look for certain kinds of investments. So investing in cryptocurrency is a type of investment, but how to go about it is very important. You have to study it, you have to learn it, and I think this is the reason why most people would want to give their cryptocurrency trading to some type of organization, some type of platform, because they themselves are not in a place where they can really learn to understand all the nooks and the crannies of this type of trade. And it's in this particular practice that the real challenge comes in, because how are you sure that these people that you're giving your money to help you trade in cryptocurrency are actually going to do right by it? And one of the risks in this could be the fact that if you lose your money, you lose your money. Like if somebody takes their hard-earned money and they give an expert to trade for them, and that money is lost because Bitcoin goes down, whatever currency it is that was invested goes down. I mean, the market can be volatile most times. And so once that money is gone, that money is gone, and the person you gave the money to trade for you cannot be prosecuted. You can't take the person to court. You can't do anything. Your money is gone. So that's like a risk factor there. So what am I talking about cryptocurrency today? I wanted to start out talking about the basics of cryptocurrency. I wanted to start out talking about the history of cryptocurrency, how it all started, just to give you an idea of some of the background, and get into how you can start trading if you are a beginner. I think that's the biggest question for most people. Like, how do I start trading as a beginner that knows nothing about it? And I don't feel, you might be in that position where you say you don't feel like you want to take your money and give somebody to trade for you. I personally, it's one of the things to do, but I don't think I would advise or advocate for it, because the major risk with me wanting to take some of my hard-earned money to give somebody to trade for me is, look, if that money goes, if I lose that money in whatever thing that happens in the market, I can't get that money back. I can't prosecute the person. I can't take the person to court. I can't take any legal action. There is no insurance. I can't see that money again, and that's like the danger. But then on the other hand, if you now say that you want to study and learn about cryptocurrency in all of its forms, and you want to know all the nooks and the crannies and all of that, you want to know the ins and the outs and all of that, then that means that you want to trade cryptocurrency full time. Because in order to make gains trading cryptocurrency, you have to be on board full time. You have to be watching that thing, and you have to be looking at it. So the best thing to do, I would think, is to the crypto space is profitable, but it's very high risk. That's what King Miner is saying in the chat. So it's very, very high risk, and for me, I would just suggest that before you get into it, just do a little bit of study. Try to know a thing or two about it, and but then you start trading small, start learning how things go, or you can look for a way. You must risk and get what you want. That's Favor, I can see that's excellent. The risk factor is very real, and in order to get what you need to get, you need to take the risk. But like I said, one of the systematic ways to go about it is to study it for yourself, get to know and understand certain things. You might not be an expert, but at least have an idea of how one or two things work. Even trade a little with your own money and see how that goes, and try to understand the space and everything. Now I'm talking if you want to get into this thing like fresh out the bat, like you don't know any single thing about it. You just want to get into it. You just want to learn it. I would advise you to take it slow. There are a lot of scammers out there, a lot of people out there, which brings me to the second thing where I say, you might need to give a trusted person your money to trade for you, but you must trust these people. Okay, so don't just go on the internet and find anybody that says they'll help you trade your crypto and all of that, and you give them so much of your money, and they do a lot of stuff for you, and they just keep giving you feedback, and one day they tell you, hey, we lost everything. You're going to feel some type of way. So let me get into what I have in store for today, and that's what we're going to be discussing for the rest of the week. And then next week we're going to look at some other aspects of the crypto space. And my hope is that by the end of this month, or maybe in the next 6 weeks, you should have an understanding of cryptocurrency trading, have an understanding of what it involves, and if it is something that you would want to get into. I'm also working on getting somebody come on board to talk to us, a person that trades cryptocurrency, a person that has experience, has understanding, has what's the word? A person that has hit the ups and the downs and that knows the ins and the outs, for him to come on board and have some type of conversation with us about cryptocurrency and all of that. So yeah, you can anticipate that coming up in the next few weeks, hopefully. Today and for this week, I'm talking about the risks that are involved in trading cryptocurrency. And for the entire week, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that you need to watch out for when entering into the cryptocurrency space. So the very first one is what I'm going to talk about today. It's something that you would want to pay attention to and look at. I've already talked about scammers, but there are different ways these scammers get those who do not know what to look out for. Now, the fact that it's high risk, and the fact that they are scammers, and the fact that it's quite easy to lose a lot of money doesn't mean that we should shy away from getting into this. It's the way of the future. I mean, it has become so prominent that even Nigeria has developed, an e-naira, which is a type of cryptocurrency, I think. I have not done my research to know exactly if that's a cryptocurrency, but it sounds like it, and it sounds like what countries are beginning to do, getting into digital money and all of that. So it looks like the future. And so, yeah, one of the ways that people can be tricked, in getting into cryptocurrency, one of the risks that you need to look for is something called the rug pull. I think I got it right, rug pull. So the idea is this, okay? You have a bunch of investors, a bunch of, how do I put it, people who have a lot of money, basically. So what they do is okay, cryptocurrency is built on the idea of digital money. Okay, thank you, Junior Itelema, for giving us that point. So cryptocurrency, basically, like he said, is built on the idea of digital money. So what happens is, this is the first scam that usually happens in the cryptocurrency space. Okay, a bunch of people create a brand new cryptocurrency, and then they market it. They have a lot of people buy it, and they themselves, they buy a great share of it. So it begins to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. It becomes so expensive, people are buying it, and what they do is that they sell off all of their heavy shares, so the currency drops down to its bare minimum, and the people who have bought the shares, they lose. Oh, I said shares, sorry. People who have bought the cryptocurrency at a certain price, they lose their monies. And so the people who benefit from this type of rug pull idea are the people who created the coin in the first place. Because let me give you further idea of how it works. It's like a person creates a commodity, and the person is the group of people are the biggest shareholders of that commodity, that item. Okay, and so they market the item until a lot of people come to buy that item, so the value increases. And so the more people are buying that item, the people who created it are making money from it. Okay, for example, if I create this phone and I'm selling this phone, for, let's say I started selling it for 5 naira, and a lot of people buy into this phone. Let's say this phone is the cryptocurrency. A lot of people buy into it for that 5 naira, and the more people are buying into it, the more I increase, and I say, hey, okay, it's 20 naira now. People are buying into it, and I say, hey, it's 100 naira now, and people are buying into it, and so the value of the stuff is increasing. Now, if I then sell off my greatest share, because I'm the owner, I have most of the share, share it off, it's gonna lose in its value, right? Now, you had thought that if you bought it for 5 naira, you should be able to sell it, as the thing increases in value, as it's increasing 20 naira, 50 naira, thereabout. So something you bought for 5 naira, if you wanted to sell it, you could have sold it for 20 naira, right? Or you could have sold it for 50 naira or 100 naira as it continued to increase in value, right? So you bought it for 5 naira and you're happy that, oh, this thing is pushing up, that my 5 naira has become 100 naira. That's cool. And now imagine millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people buying, even the ones that are buying at that 100. Because there are those who will buy at that 100 naira, believing that it's going to go up to 200 and so on and so forth, so they will make their money back and all of that. Now, me, the major shareholder, as it were, the founder, the creator of that particular coin, I now decide to sell most of my shares, to just deplete it. Now, I have made money on the 5 naira you bought it on. I have made money on the 20 naira these other people are buying it on. I've made money on the 100 naira some other people are buying it on. So I have made my money plus my share, right? So I pull everything out. So what you thought you had at a value of 5 naira begins to go down. So it begins to drop. That coin begins to drop. Yeah? The value begins to drop, and it drops up until your 5 naira now has become 2 naira. The folks who bought for 20 naira, it's now 2 naira. The folks who bought for 100 naira, it's now 2 naira. So it's very risky, and maybe 2 naira it might even go as low as a naira. It can go as low as 2 kobo. I don't know. But the people who have made the money here are the ones who created the coin, and that's like the scam that happens. So my advice to everybody, and this is the major thing I wanted to talk about on this particular episode, right? I wanted to talk about this style of scamming when it comes to cryptocurrency, right? My advice to people who want to get into it is stick to the much more popular coins, much more popular cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and those popular coins. Just stick to them. There are about 10 of them, and I think I'm going to take time to talk about the 10 major cryptocurrencies that are out there, right? So that we get to know and understand about them, so that when we want to buy cryptocurrency, we know exactly the type of cryptocurrency to buy, and so on and so forth. So there are 10 there are 10 proper cryptocurrencies. There are new ones that are coming up, but like I said, we don't know what these ones are like, okay? Bitcoin has been there for almost forever. In fact, I believe that Bitcoin started the whole thing. I think it's going to be interesting to hear about the history of cryptocurrency trading. The history is very interesting, and I'm going to take out time one of these days to just give you like the backdrop and the history. I think understanding about the history of cryptocurrency will give you a much clearer insight into the entire idea. It's interesting. Okay, you want me to mention the 10? Okay, I will mention the 10. We're running out of time a little. I'll mention the 10, but probably not on this episode, because this episode is mostly about talking about the risks, and I've highlighted one of the risks, but I'll definitely do an episode talking about the 10. I'm going to list them. Probably in maybe on Thursdays broadcast. I'll list the entire 10 so that you get to know, so that we don't get deviated from the point. What I wanted us to focus on today is one of the ways that people get tricked, and this will give us the much needed idea, the much needed motivation to stick to the safer coins, the safer currencies, as it were. So that's almost all we have in store for today. So basically that's what happens. That's why we need to stay away from new coins that just pop up. From time to time I look around and I see a new coin has popped up, and all of that, and I'm just like, and one of the reasons why bringing somebody on this platform to talk about cryptocurrency might be a bit challenging. I'm looking at the people I have on ground, and I want to be sure that the person I'm bringing on is a trustworthy person. Okay, so because I don't want you to get to see somebody I brought on the platform and then you go and trade with him, or you go and talk with him or her, and something unfavorable happens. I wouldn't be happy about that. So I'm very careful about who I will bring on the platform, but I do want to bring people that will speak to us and give us more ideas on these things. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of this. I think you've taken something home. I believe that your mind is open to the cryptocurrency trading space. It's no longer something that is far away from you. If you're somebody who thinks that cryptocurrency is all a scam and all of that, no, it's not. People are making money from it. There is a way to make money from it, and that's part of what we're going to learn today. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember that Thursdays we're going to be coming on live by 6 p.m. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays by 6 p.m. So today we came up a little late. We were supposed to come by 5 p.m. but there was a back and forth. But here we are. But from Thursday 6 p.m. we're going to be here. Friday 6 p.m. we're going to be here talking about this. And it stands to get more and more interesting as we get more people on board. I'm even looking at a situation where I can have 2 or 3 people on this platform talking about a particular topic. So we're getting there. Okay, we're going to be having a nice discussion with professionals, whether we're talking about cryptocurrency or we're talking about business development, business ideas, investment, finance, whatever it is we're talking about, to have people on board, and we're just having this discussion. So don't forget to tune in every single Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays by 6 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, remember, your dream is possible.